In this lesson, I'm going to demonstrate a Photoshop filter called Vanishing Point. It allows you to apply a perspective, a perspective assist of sorts. Pretty easy to use. Filter, Vanishing Point. And the first thing you want to do is create some perspective planes. Let's start with the floor. We're looking at down a corridor that's quite clearly the central part of this view. The Create Plane tool allows you to define 4 points and then gives you a perspective grid once those points actually define a perspective plane. So you have to manipulate them until they clearly are aligned with a perspective view. It takes a little bit of, this doesn't normally take this long. Okay, so you can trick it into giving you that, and you can adjust the size of the grid. Notice that because we're looking down a long corridor, the grid gets very dense near the end there. If you wanted to, you could adjust the grid size to approximately what you think the width of the corridor is. Let's say the corridor was 5 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. This more or less to give you some kind of metric, right? So there's a perspective grid for the floor. Let's create one at the ceiling. Create plane. Notice that if your perspective plane has elements that continue on top of in the case here where we have 2 ceilings, you might want to drag this past in that direction if you want to continue to draw there. But to simplify this, I'm going to just bring it, well, let's include that. So the grid is the same size as the grid here, because it is with respect to the the drawing. It's in proportion to the picture plane of the drawing. Let's draw a third one of these. It will be the wall. Notice that using the same grid size, it's giving us a similar metric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's about an 8-foot height corridor. Let me pause there, and I'll show you how we can use the grid to control view of objects and textures.